Hi Gagan.
Hi, Harleen.
How are you?
Very good.
Very good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome to episode 2 of Rapid Fire Round. We are going to start with another round of Rapid Fire.
Okay.
Earlier, you used one word to answer a question. Now you can use one sentence, but you have to be fast and should be one sentence.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me something about good leaders.
They have clarity of vision and have a rough estimate of how to achieve it.
Okay.
Not an exact, but a rough estimate.
And what about bad leaders then?
Bad leaders are leaders who lack the courage to do the right thing when needed.
And what's your take on planning or going with the flow?
Always planning, but being flexible when it comes to implementation, not being too anal about it.
Not being too anal about it. What about casual clothes or business formals?
At workplace, I feel business formals always.
Business formal always. And why is that?
It shows a sense of seriousness towards the work that we are doing, and people are usually judgmental, and it's a very subconscious phenomena.
Yeah.
So that's why.
What's your take on one thing that people lack in reaching their peak potential?
I think inability to come out of their comfort zones, and I understand it's usually very hard for people, and when they do try, they push themselves a bit too much, and as a result they go back to their comfort zones. In the long term, I think it's comfort zones and inability to come out of them.
You recommend taking risk or coming out of the comfort zone?
Yeah, I think it's a very mathematical way of coming out of them. You should have very small stretches and work on one skill at a time.
Okay. What about single tasking or multitasking?
Single tasking always, multitasking does not exist. We think we are doing multiple things at once, but our brain can't. And research has shown we can only focus on one thing at a time.
Oh, really?
We can do many things at the same time, but we can't focus on two things at the same time. So I can be talking to you while tying my buttons or shoelaces, but I can only focus consciously on one thing.
Okay. What about burnout at workplace?
Usually it has a lot of warning signs, so people should pay heed to those warning signs. And burnout can happen faster if people do not have a very clear purpose in life and they don't have planning. So it can be delayed if you have a sense of purpose.
So you recommend rest?
Unconditional rest. Lots and lots of rest when you're burnt out, and unconditional love to yourself as well.
My last bit. What about soft skills?
Usually takes time to build them because people are not trained on them, but a lot of times they have a better ROI compared to technical skills. So I always recommend people to work on their soft skills.
That's nice. So that was pretty much of it from my side. I'll see you again very soon. I really liked how you answered each one of them.
Thank you, Harleen.